Hey there my dudes, I am Laddie and I am back from holiday. Yeah. Shit. Anyway, so I am back from Corfu. What I've gained from that experience is sunburn and also this shirt. So yeah, and fun memories from the holiday. And apart from getting ill halfway through, I am back. I'm good. Videos will be up as they were through the holiday, but they'll be up with, I'll be able to make more of them with like more effort because I had to rush to get 3 videos out and post them for 2 weeks or 1 week that I was there. And I just wanted in this video, because now I'm back and everything, I just wanted to let everyone know what's going on with my transition, because I haven't made a transition update. Every now and then I make updates on my transition, not as in the testosterone hormone part of it, but the sort of like before that, when you're waiting and when you're trying to get clinics and stuff like that, because I have had a change of plans. I am not going private anymore, which I was going to go originally, which I guess was a bit of an ambitious thought. Because I was like, yeah, no, it'll be fine. I'm moving out, even though I'm moving out and I still got to pay for like food and cars and stuff like that. I should be fine. It's only like £500 for it. Oh, well, more than that. You've got to pay like £1,000 for the actual hormones, and if you go privately with that, then, And I just wanted to say that if anyone needed any advice on, for example, like cancelling going private, all you have to do, make sure that you cancel, I'd say more than a month, because it's coming up to a month before I've got my first private appointment, a few months before my NHS one, but I am cancelling my private one, and I'm going to make sure I cancel it today. I'm going to look on my emails and I'm going to email them saying, please cancel it for me. And I just want to say, if you are private and you decided, okay, too much money, or I just don't want to do private, or, I'm trying to save up, and you want to cancel it, make sure it's more than a month before you cancel going a private clinic, gender clinic, because otherwise they can charge you money, they can charge you all the money that you were meant to give them, because they need to get new people on the waiting list. So make sure, I'd say more than a month before, and if it is less than a month before, I'd still do it as soon as possible and tell them, because I think it would probably be fine up to 3 weeks before or something, but I feel like it would be pushing it a bit if you did that. But hopefully it should be fine, even if it's like 3 weeks, 2 weeks before. But I just let them know as soon as you know that you no longer want to go to that place. So what's actually happening is I've spoken a bit about this before, but I am going to go the NHS route, which it isn't the same in America. I think in America you can get it on your insurance, but you have to pay for insurance and stuff over there. You can get some of the treatments and the therapy on your American insurance that you have to pay for, which is quite hard. It's quite big bills, I guess, but if you have that, you can get it on your insurance, or you just have to pay for it in America, I think. I will put some links of information in America, and if I can find other countries around the world with what they do with gender therapy and stuff like that. But here, it's the NHS route. We have the NHS supplied to us as we give taxes over here, and I decided to go the NHS route, which means I don't really have to pay anything. However, the waiting lists are so much longer, seriously, the waiting lists. But last October I applied for the Laurels Fund in Exeter, and it takes about a year or a few more months than a year, or it's about a year on the waiting list. So last October is when I applied, and hopefully they sent me the letter last October, because I think I remember getting it just before Halloween time. And so this October, around Halloween time, hopefully they'll send me some information of when to come to them, and when I should go there. However, one of the things you need to think about for the future, you need to make sure you think forward in the future. A lot of people live for the now, and even though, yeah, that's fun, especially with a transition, you need to think forward, because I already made a mistake that's going to cost me a lot. I applied for the Laurel's Fund Gender Clinic in Exeter, and I am moving out. I will have a vlog of that sometime within the next few weeks, because it's in 2 weeks that I'm moving out. I'll have my own like flat with all, I can have my cameras there and all my YouTube equipment. Like, Portsmouth is a long way like away from Exeter, about like 4 hours or something, and I don't have a car yet. Well, I have one, but I don't think I'm going to bother with like having one, just because I don't need to travel too far. I'll just get trains everywhere. But it's about, you know, 4 or 5 hours on the train. I think about 4 hours on the train to get to Exeter from Portsmouth. That's going to cost a lot of money to travel from Portsmouth to Exeter on the train. It's going to cost like a lot of money. So I didn't think about that. I didn't think, oh, okay, in about a year I'm going to be moving to Portsmouth, because at the time plans were a bit iffy. I didn't know if I was going to go uni or something like that. So every month I'm going to have to travel down here for only like an hour appointment. I will update you guys on this soon, but if it's an update, I'll update it in the description in the future. I don't think you can just switch clinics and stay on the same time on the waiting list. I think you just have to restart your year of waiting over again. So make sure that you think about your future. Where are you going to be when the year waiting list is over? Is it close enough to the location of the gender identity clinic that you are going to be with? Because at least it's only once a month, and it's not too bad, but I will have to travel down here. Train tickets cost God knows how much. 1 second. Mum? Okay, well, I just asked my mum, and it's about £60 for me to get down every month. So that's going to cost me, and I have to book a month ahead of it, and I could get even more discount the earlier I book. So otherwise, if I have to book it like a week before, it costs loads. Still, £60 is quite a lot for someone living, you know, a new person who's just moved out, living on their own, trying to pay £60 a month towards going down there. But I will just have to make it work. I will have to make it happen, make savings, work hard. And I'm just saying, make sure that you don't be a silly like me, and make sure that you know where you're going to be in a year's time, and choose the closest, because Portsmouth is closer to London than it is to Exeter, way closer. It's about an hour to London, really doesn't cost much to get there. I will call them up and ask them if I can swap, but I'm not starting my year waiting list again. I've already waited long enough. After getting the first gender therapy stuff with the NHS, I think it's every month you have to go down. Also, I'm going to give you guys a list of the actual NHS sort of like funded companies, where they are in the world, see if there's one nearby where you're going to be in the future. But also, after the actual gender therapy stuff, after you've had your first appointment, I'm not sure what happens exactly during the appointments. Every appointment I have, I will give you an update every month when I'm starting my appointments after October, and some preparations beforehand. I will make sure I let you guys know in these little videos. Once you're going through them, I think I've heard from some people I know, it's about once a month you have to go down and you speak to them for a few hours or an hour or something like that, and it's just a sort of therapy session. They get a gist of who you are, and you can sort of get a gist, or you can just tell them like your problems, your stuff like this, and what you want out of it, and pretty much try and prove to them that you're transgender. I think that's the whole point of it. Even though they say it's therapy, I think it's just to prove to them that they can give you the hormones on, you know, taxpayers' money stuff. After that, I think it's probably I'm probably going to end up starting hormones when I'm 20. I'm 18 now, just turned 18. I think it's going to be a good 2 more years until I start hormones, which is annoying because I've like missed some of the best years of my life. Like, I feel like I'm kind of skating over them just because I don't really want to be in whatever I have, but instead of paying private, I'm going to buy other things. I'll buy myself some gadgets, some VR headsets, some cool stuff. I'll buy some fun stuff instead of paying for, you know, the therapy when I can get it free. I just need to be patient, which I know is hard. I know it's hard being transgender, trying to be patient with all of the waiting that, like, literally it seems to be our lives. It's just waiting. But at least, you know, I'll be able to spend my money on other stuff, and it isn't really feasible spending, you know, hundreds of pounds on one meeting with them for an hour. But, you know, if you got the money, if that's what you want to do, good on you if you go private, because it is faster. NHS, probably, I think you've got to go through the therapy for about 1 year. This is me giving rough estimates, maybe more or less. And then another year, they sort of like have to, after the first year, another year they sort of have to speak to each other and be like, oh, okay, yeah. I don't know, it said, I've seen other videos and it said it took quite a while, but I'm not exactly sure. I'll let you guys know that in the next 2 years that you guys are going to be with me, if you guys decide to stay as my buds on the channel. But I think that's all I had to say. I just wanted to let you guys know my thoughts and stuff on the beginning of sort of trying to speak to the NHS and try and get in the NHS fund. They are very friendly. When I call them up, they're always so friendly. Just they let me know things, they let me know how to do stuff, and I feel like I'm going to be very comfortable with them. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are worried when they go NHS and other stuff that they are going to, like one of my friends, they are going to get told by someone who doesn't really know them, who's the gender therapist at the place, that they aren't trans. It's a fear of a lot of people that the gender therapist, after a year of working with them, is going to say, actually, I don't think you really are trans. But at the end of the day, if that's who you believe you are, I'm sure that's who the doctors are going to believe you are. If that's, you know, what's in your mind, like me, if a doctor told me, no, you're not transgender, I'd just be like, well, I am. I mean, like, it would be weird to comprehend someone not thinking that you are. And I think the gender therapists, they're on your side as much as you want to get the hormones. They want you to get the hormones. They are there to support you in the end. It's just, it's not them that's necessarily trying to hold you back. It's actually more of, it's sort of like a lot of red tape stuff. It's more like the government trying to say, okay, well, you're spending taxpayers' money on these transgender people. We need to make sure. It's more that the gender therapists have to go by the guidelines, and they have to have a thorough assessment so that they can give it to the people who make the hormones, and say, okay, this person is not wasting your money, give them the hormones. But it does take, it's probably going to be about 2 years till I start my hormones, which is annoying. I'd like to start it sooner. I'll be about 20, but then again, I'm only young and all I can do is look forward to that. Hopefully it's less time, you never know, they could be a bit quicker with me, but I'm not sure. I'm just fingers crossed, hoping for the best. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rambling about my experience and what I'm gonna do. Really, I'm loving this shirt I got from Corfu. Loving it. Do I look fantastic, people? Just thank you guys for listening to me ramble, and I hope this helped anyone who's trying to decide between NHS and private. Definitely, I'd say if you have the patience, NHS. If you have the money, private. If you have neither of those, I guess you should just have to go with NHS, and you have to try and find some way to be patient. So thank you guys for watching a video. If you like all of my stuff, please like if you want. You can dislike also. I mean, you know, go for it. Feel like it. Share if you want. If you guys feel like it, go for it. Subscribe if you enjoy this video, you enjoy my banter. Everyone is unsubscribing after I said banter. Everybody. Like, everyone just unsubs. No, yeah, if you enjoy my stuff, subscribe. There's going to be a video up on the screen in a minute just showing like another one of my recent videos. I think my last one was to do with a more serious one, message to parents of trans kids. I do that kind of cool stuff. And if you want to hear some updates from me on the daily, go to my social media links that are going to be down below. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye dudes.